everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and today it is Franken Friday. I am going to be doing some frankening, I'm going to be doing some repressing, and these are the things that I am going to start with. I'm not saying that this is the only stuff that I will be working with, but this is what I want to start with. So let's do this. I'm going to start with the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. There are two shades in here I want to slightly franken. They need to be repressed, but I figure while I'm repressing them, I am going to slightly franken them. They are both a little bit darker or slightly off shade from what I would prefer, so we are going to adjust those just a little bit. This is what the palette is currently looking like. Spoiler alert, apologize for that. But this shade here in the center and this one, they definitely need to be repressed. And this one is darker than I would like it to be, so I'm going to add something to lighten it up just a little bit. And then this one, it is not my favorite color. I have been using it. I've used it on my nails. I've used it on my eyes as well. I might lighten this one a little bit more and see if I like that shade a little bit better. I'm going to start by breaking this one up and get that one worked, and then I will add a little bit more to it. As you can see, there is just not a lot of product left in here, so I'm just going to make it easier for me to get that one done. I am just going to be adding a little bit of this in here. This one is from CoverGirl, I believe, and it is in the shade Pink Chiffon, but it definitely has a kind of purple tint to it. So I'm going to add that in here and see if that makes it a little bit lighter. That looks significantly lighter. I hope it looks nice once it is fully pressed and melded together with the alcohol. So let's give that a try. I think that is going to work out much better for me. Let me go ahead and press the alcohol out of this with my reusable cloth. And there is that shade. I do think this is going to be a lot easier for me to use. Let me just clean up these edges here. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. I'm going to do something similar with this shade here. I'm going to go ahead and break this up, and then I'm going to add a little bit more of this shade into it. And let's go ahead and press this one as well. It's not as light as I would hoped, but I think it is going to work a little bit better for me. All right, so that is the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions, Franken and Repress, and let me get the other stuff out that I want to work on. All right, now I am going to be working on both of these. This is the Becca Champagne Pop. It needs to be repressed, but I am going to add a little bit into the Bare Minerals Lime. I do love this shade, but it is not exactly the color that I would like it to be, so I'm hoping if I add just the smallest amount into here, it'll be slightly more usable for me, and I will be able to get this finished this year. And then, of course, I would like to repress what is left in the Becca Champagne Pop and try to get that used up this year as well. So I am going to start by breaking this up, and then I will add some of the Champagne Pop into it. This has a lot of binder in it, and I think that is part of why I've struggled with it so far this year, because it literally sticks to the bottom. I think it was just a little too much binder, and it's hard to get up onto my brush. So I'm hoping that adding some of this in is going to help that as well. This one is a real struggle to get it off the sides because of that binder, so I apologize for the scraping sounds. I've had someone comment that it is hard to hear scraping when the headphones are on, and I am actually filming with headphones on right now, so I completely understand and apologize for that. Trying to be as gentle as possible. All right, I think that's about as good as I can get off of the edges. There's not a ton in there, but it does need to get some help. We'll start with just that little bit and see how that goes. And Dora, look, I made a mess. You always say how neat I am with this. I do make messes too. I have a feeling this is going to take a little bit more of the Champagne Pop. I think I'm actually just going to transfer this into my little bowl. I think that's going to be easier. I cannot hold on to this pan. I don't know if you guys can hear Greta grunting in the background, and that's how she gets her nickname, Grunta. You can see how this is sticking to the pan, and that is because it has too much binder. It is literally binding itself to the pan. I will get most of that up when I have the alcohol. I think we need some more of this. I don't think those are going to break up super well because of the binder. Let's just get the alcohol in it and see how well that mixes. Got it. I think I'm going to like this shade just a little bit more. If I could hold on to things today. Do you ever just have one of those days where you cannot hold on to anything? That's me today. I made a much bigger mess than normal, but let's get this pressed. I think I'm going to really enjoy this shade. That is really pretty. It's like a gold green, which is right up my alley. Let's see if we can get a little out of this to swatch it. Oh yeah, I really like that. That is going to be easy to use up. All right, I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then we will repress the Becca. Let's move on to Becca Champagne Pop. Hopefully I will not blind anybody with this mirror. You're going to be able to probably see yourselves with that. Let's just add in a little bit of alcohol. There's just not a ton left in there. We're going to go with that. Doesn't matter to me if it's going to be all the way out or not. I'm hoping this will be done relatively soon. And there it is. You can see not a lot left in there. I think I can have this done pretty quickly. So these are my Frankens and my Repress. Like I said, these two got Franken. I'm not sure that this one is quite how I want it, but if nothing else, it is ever so slightly lighter, and it has been repressed, which it needed. This one I think is going to be a fantastic shade for me. I'm very excited to use that. And of course, the Becca Champagne Pop, that's going to be really easy to use. give you a little bit of a swatch here. And those are my Frankens. This is not too far off from where it was before. I'm just gonna have to make the best of it. Maybe I'll use it on my nails, maybe I'll use it on my eyes, or both, but those are my Frankens and my repress. I am very happy with this session. I hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.